Hey everybody, welcome to Module 3. I hope you're getting used to the Achieve platform and submitting your speeches after doing your first introduction speech last module. And for this module, you're going to be working on your second speech, which is the informative speech. It's going to take a little bit more work, so I want to go through the module briefly, just so you can see what will be expected of you for this particular module. All right, so scroll down to Module 3, click on that down arrow. As you'll see, Module 3 covers the informative speech. So that's what you're going to be doing for this section. So you'll go over outlining, researching, and ethically citing sources. All of that will be important for this speech. As usual, there's an overview saying what the dates are, what the assignments are for the Achieve ebook. So it's chapters 7 through 13 and 23. Pay close attention to the chapter 7 on selecting a topic and purpose. You want to make sure that you follow those constraints, one of which is this is a 2 to 4 minute speech. So it's a short speech. So you have to kind of figure out kind of the Goldilocks rule, not too much, not too little, but just the right amount. And you'll look at how to support the information that you're sharing with evidence from credible sources and how to cite the sources. So make sure you pay close attention to that. Also in this module, there is a TED Talk. This is a hopefully inspiring TED Talk from Clint Smith about the danger of silence. So it's kind of connecting with that idea of using your voice to speak your truth. So you'll reflect on this in the discussion board this week, because we will have a discussion board. And for this discussion, you're going to be answering 2 questions or responding to 2 prompts. The first is, what are you curious about? This is just kind of brainstorming some possible topics for your speech presentation, your informative speech. So think about what you already know, what you're familiar with, what you want to learn more about, what you're curious about. I don't expect you to investigate and research topics that are new to you, because that might take too long in this short module. So still focus on what you know, but learn more by doing some additional research. And then you'll respond to the question about the TED Talk, what resonated most with you. So you'll post your replies to this and then respond to 2 of your classmates also in the discussion board, and try and give feedback that will help your classmates know if they're on the right track for a topic that you're interested in, if you think it would work for this class, because you're going to be the audience as well. All right, so then of course you'll have a quiz this week, so make sure to do that quiz. Make sure to do the readings before you take the quiz. And then follow these instructions for speech number 2. As I mentioned, they're a little bit more detailed than your first speech, so pay attention to how you're going to organize the speech and how you're going to incorporate evidence from sources. You need at least 3 sources, and you need to verbally cite at least 1 in your speech with a direct quote. On your outline, which is another piece of this assignment, you will cite those sources. So please follow these instructions. And then, as I mentioned, the outline. So this is a separate assignment. So this should be completed before you do your speech, because I want to be able to give you feedback on your outline. So you'll click View Instructions. And essentially, you're thinking about 3 key points that you want to focus on in the body of your speech. You'll follow this template. When you click on this template, you can download it or just follow it on your own. But essentially, this is kind of how you want to organize your speech to keep it focused. So make sure to follow that structure. So that's a separate assignment. As I mentioned, you'll want to complete that prior to doing your speech. So then as far as the speech itself, as you know, you'll go into you'll launch the Go React platform, you'll do the start activity, and then follow the prompts for this speech as you record your speech, record and upload your speech. And then the final piece, of course, is a reflection. This is going to be similar to the reflection that you did on your first speech, but it's going to kind of ask you to compare the two. Are you making progress? Do you feel more confident? Are you facing any challenges? So obviously you're going to be thinking about the informative speech and also incorporating evidence and how that was to do. All right, so that's what you'll be doing for Module 3. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me by email. I'm happy to help. I hope you have a great week. Bye for now.